Smite is a complex game that has a very straightforward objective that can be rather difficult to achieve. You must defeat the enemy's Titan while protecting your own. In this video, I will be helping to quickly explain the basic game mechanics to players who are either new to Smite or the MOBA genre as a whole. Conquest is the main game mode in Smite, which is a typical MOBA game mode with 5 players per team in a 3-lane map with a jungle area in between. However, Smite offers a scaled-down version called Joust, which I believe is helpful in learning the mechanics of the game. Joust is a 3v3 game mode with only one lane and a much smaller jungle on either side of the lane. On each end of the lane there is a tower, a phoenix, and a titan. They must be killed in this order, and once the enemy titan is killed, the match is over. Only basic attacks may be used to damage the tower and phoenix. Both basic attacks and abilities may be used to damage the titan. The phoenix and titan will regenerate health slowly over time, but the tower will not. The phoenix will respawn with a fraction of its health after a few minutes. But before we enter a match, it is time to select a god to play as for the entirety of that match. In Smite there are 5 gods that are permanently free to all players: Ra, the mage; Neith, the hunter; Ymir, the guardian; Thor, the assassin; and Guan Yu, the warrior. In addition to these gods, there is a weekly rotation of gods that can be played for free during that week, an extra god of each class type. With only a few exceptions, mages and hunters are ranged-based characters, while guardians, assassins, and warriors are melee-based characters. Each class plays differently from the others. Mages use their abilities to deal large amounts of damage to enemy gods and minions. Hunters use their auto attacks that are extremely powerful towards the end of a match to kill enemy gods and carry the team to victory. Assassins use various methods to quickly enter the battle, deliver large amounts of damage to a single target, and then flee due to how little damage they can take before death. Guardians use melee attacks and their abilities to provide support to their allies, being able to take a lot of damage while being able to dish out only a little. Warriors are a sort of hybrid between assassins and guardians, able to take and deal a fair amount of damage with both their auto attacks and abilities. The area of the map that is not part of a lane is known as the jungle. This area has different camps that consist of neutral monsters that will provide a reward to the team that kills them. On the Joust map there are 2 blue mana camps, one on each team's side, and 1 red damage camp that spawns in the middle of the map. If you kill the minions at one of these camps, one player from your team may pick up the power-up, or buff. The power-up from the mana camp, or blue buff, will increase the rate your mana recharges as well as lowering the cooldown on your abilities. The power-up from the damage camp, or red buff, will increase both magical and physical damage as well as magical and physical power. It is important to kill these monsters to give your team every opportunity to beat your enemies. There is another neutral monster in this map that we will talk about later. The next thing we want to discuss is minions, or creeps. Minions spawn at regular intervals and will follow the lane until they engage enemy minions, gods, or structures. Taking advantage of your minions is very important to put pressure on your opponent's side of the map. If you can kill your opponent's minions before they can kill yours, you will have control over a slightly larger area of the map and move closer to the enemy tower, phoenix, or titan. Stay behind your minions as they move down the lane so that they can take the majority of the damage for you. If your minions die while fighting an enemy, it is normally a good idea to retreat to your next wave of minions before continuing to fight. It is important to know when to fight and when to retreat, as dying can be a major setback in this game. Although you do not lose gold or experience from a death, you do lose time, which is just as valuable. While you are dead, your enemy has a short time where they can gather experience, gold, and buffs, as well as destroy towers or phoenixes uncontested. The longer the match has gone on, the longer the respawn delay will be. Conversely, take advantage of the time when your enemies are dead so that you can gain a larger lead over them. A great way to utilize the time your enemy is dead is by slaying the final neutral monster located in the jungle, the Bull Demon King. If your team can defeat the Bull Demon King, your entire team is awarded with increased health and mana regeneration, as well as temporarily disabling an enemy tower or phoenix. This is extremely helpful as it will allow you to attack an enemy structure without the structure attacking you or your allies. Be cautious though when fighting any jungle camp, including the Bull Demon King. The reward is given to the player or team that finishes the kill, making it entirely possible for an enemy to steal the reward if their attacks are the ones that bring the health down to 0. Those are the basics to Smite's Joust game mode. You can practice alongside other players versus bots by joining a Joust co-op vs AI queue until you feel comfortable to play versus other players in the normal Joust queue. Thank you for watching and good luck in the battleground of the gods.